Audiobooks.com presents Songs of the Fields, a sleep story by Gene Stratton Porter, narrated by Christina Moore.
From the frequent overflowing of the river that not only decays but washes away rails, one side of my oat field is profaned by a short stretch of wire fence. This is to be forgiven only because, as can be seen so clearly, it is necessary. Then, too, it is in such a damp, shaded place that no harm whatever results. The vines and bushes almost cover the wire, and queer long-legged water birds tilt and rock when they try to perch on it. Where it escapes the river, the old rail fence still stands, and every year clothes it with richer beauty and brings it, alas, like all the remainder of the world, nearer the end. I have cause for quarrel with scientists who named many of our flowers and vines. It seems at times as if they tried themselves, as witness monkey flower, butterfly weed, jewel weed, toad flax, and carrion vine. Of all the decorations that entwine these old fences, none is more beautiful than the carrion vine. But what a name! Enough to prejudice anyone. All because the ball of greenish-yellow bloom has a faint, pungent odor that impressed Linnaeus, or some other early writer, as slightly disagreeable. It cannot be so very noxious, either, for the bees should know their business, and they gather its pollen eagerly. God put that pungent, almost sour odor in some flowers to cut the cloying sweetness of others and make honey edible. So this beautiful vine is disgraced, and there are so many more appropriate names it might have borne quite as well. It is difficult to understand why a slightly unusual odor of the flower should have been emphasized, while the exquisite cutting and texture of the leaves is overlooked. They are heart-shaped at the base, curving off to a long lance point of delicate texture and of lovely shades of green that vary as the light falls on them. So why not name it lance leaf or golden globe, either of which is quite as appropriate as carrion vine, and not suggestive of anything objectionable. Another common but peculiar vine of my territory is wild yam, the dried seed pods of which form nature's best rattle-box. Dioscorea villosa is a great beauty. Its leaves are a perfect heart shape, as a heart is conventionalized, and so deeply veined that their golden green surfaces catch the light in hills and hollows. Where the vine grows in bright sunlight along the road, these leaves are so closely set they overlap like the scales on a fish. Its bloom is insignificant, the male flowers drooping clusters, the female spike-like heads. The seeds are small triangles, and a number of them are placed on a long stem. When these are dry and shaken by winter winds, they make as good music as the hop tree. Another old snake fence corner pet of mine that flourishes in cultivation and that is dignified and an artistic plant is wild saffron. It bears transplanting well, and if its location and soil are at all congenial, in a few years it grows into a most attractive bush. It reaches from 3 to 4 feet in height, many shoots upspringing from the same root. The stems are round, smooth, and even, with a slight yellow tint to their green that extends to the leaves also. These are set at different places and point in all directions. They are very graceful as each is made up of 20...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?